Okay. So, hi everyone. This is a bit impromptu. I only give you kind of half an hour notice, but I'm going to be doing this regularly. Okay, it's not going to be kind of every Tuesday or every it's just going to be at least once a week. I'm going to be putting these free tutorials on. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit more as we go along. So it's been super hot here today, really, probably the hottest I've felt for a long time. My flat is quite good at keeping cool. It really is. It's not bad at all. I can have my mum come in and say, "Oh, it's sweltering out there," and it will still be cold. Quite cool and cold in my house. So that's pretty good. But today it was, you could feel the heat. So I've got my fan on over there, and I've got my table fan on. So I'm sorry if it makes noises. Really sorry. So hello, LA lover girl, and Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Oh, thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Facebook because it doesn't always come up with the chat, unfortunately. On here it does for Greg when he does all three come up on there, but mine don't, which is a little bit frustrating. But I'm still very grateful for using StreamYard and the fact that we can be in 3 different places at the same time is pretty incredible, really. Yeah, so let's do that. So hello, Vera. And Vera's here too. You're in 2 places, Vera. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Lee. Hello. And who have we got here? B. Hello, B. How are you girls doing, or boys? What's been going on in your lives today? How's that kitten, Vera? Kitten's got a new kitten. She's called it Magic, and so funny little thing she is. And creating my reality. Hi, Ali. Pleased to catch you live. I can't stay long as work tomorrow. Just know watch your catch-ups every week. Love you guys. Oh, thank you for coming on and saying that to me. I really appreciate it. It's nice to know that people, are catching up with you and watching. Hi, Carla. Hello. And Lee's on YouTube as well. They're on YouTube and Facebook. How are you doing that? How are you doing that on both? Anyway, oh, Devon. Hello, Devon. Yes. So, how are you doing, lovely? Haven't seen you for ages. Oh. So, yeah. What have you been up to? Tell me. Mad Max, hello. What is this elbow cough? I've seen it quite a lot. Is it that, it's a paying attention? I don't know, pay attention. I don't know. What does it mean? Am I just being blonde? It's actually peroxide, but am I being peroxide? Am I having a peroxide moment? Hot. As us in US, it was 107 degrees yesterday. We got AC on blast. Oh, yeah. We've been up to the hundreds here in the UK, which is amazing. It never happens. Do you know what it's been, Carla? What temperature? It's 75 now. Do you have me down for number 8 on your marathon readings? Let me check. I've only got a few spaces left. I haven't. No, Carrie Love is down for number 8, I'm afraid. Have you got another? I've got your Eastern time, aren't you? So I've got a 10 a.m. for Eastern time, a 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. free. So if anybody's wondering what we're talking about, I'm doing a marathon reading day, which means on the hour, every hour for 12 hours, I will be doing half an hour readings. So it'll be half an hour break, half an hour break, half an hour break for 12 hours. And that will be Saturday, the 23rd of July, 2022. Now, obviously, if you're watching this way ahead of time, then you won't be doing this. I've reduced the readings down there, £20, which works out $24 for 30 minutes. And I just do these periodically. Yeah. So 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, let me put that on now. 6 p.m. Eastern. So your slot 10, Lee. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll send over the Zoom code. These are private readings. Okay, so somebody asked me that today. Yeah, they're private one-to-one readings. Yeah. Is there still a spot available on the marathon reading day? Yes, there is. So you're an hour ahead of me, aren't you? So 3 p.m. UK would be 4 p.m. for you. I've got 4 p.m. I've got a 12 a.m., which would be 1 a.m. and a 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for you. So, yeah. And hi, Doreen. Just woke up from a 5-hour nap. How lovely. Lisa Samuels. Hi. Donna. Donna Marie. Hello. And David. Hi, David. Susan. And Leslie. So hello, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, so there's just a few spots left there for the 23rd. Okay, so let's get on with today. So today I'm going to be doing, this will be week 2. This will be week 2. So this will be, and I'm going to be doing, I've got 10 weeks written out, but there will be more. It will continue on. So what I wanted to do was do these tutorials that are for an individual person, or they can be designed to use in a group. Okay, so in a group situation, so you can, use these techniques, use them for, your group as a teaching tool, so I want you to, this is me saying, I want to give this, so that you guys can, have some ideas on psychic development, because sometimes it's like, well, yeah, we want to meet, and you remember, you meditate, and then you might do some practice readings, but these are going to give you some little ideas on what else you can do. Okay, so CMAT colors. Hello, and Charlie, hello. Do you want it late in the early hours of the morning, Vera, or do you want it at 4 p.m. your time? That's the choice, really. Hi, Andy. Hello, love. How are you doing? Andy's amazing medium. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So today is going to be week 2, and I wanted to do this particular lesson on chakras. Once you know chakras, you can then do color readings, you can do crystal readings, you can do crystal healing. It just opens up so much. You can balance out the emotional issues that might be going on. If a particular chakra is out of balance, then you can find out what it is, and that's what we're going to be going through. To do with your personality, it could help relationships. Once you know what's kind of not balancing right, then that gives you a clue. Does that make sense? So that's what we're doing today. I'll put you down so at 4 p.m. your time, so it'd be 3 p.m. mine, won't it, Vera? Okay, so 3 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. yours. Okay, let me put you in, Vera. Okay, so I've only got 3 slots left. for the 23rd. Okay. All right. So chakras. Okay, so this is a time when I'm kind of teaching that I have to kind of ignore the chat a little bit, and I'll go back and, you know, say hi to everybody as much as I possibly can, and you know, keep an eye afterwards if that's okay. All right, so chakras, tomatoes, up to you how you want to call them. Chakras are energy centers in the body. Okay, and these energy centers, they connect to up our spinal cord, okay, and our head. All right, and there are 7 main chakras. Now I'm going to be just talking about the main 7. Okay, we're not going to be, you know, going into all the others. Okay, I have to teach what I know, and that's what I know. So you know, there are lots and lots of other kind of tutorials out there that describe, you know, the other you know, chakra points. I know that some are on your hands, your palms of your hands, some are on your feet. You know, there are lots above your crown chakra and above. So there are lots. Okay, so 7. All right, so if you're feeling a little bit kind of out of sorts, then it's a good idea to maybe get a pendulum and have a look and see which ones may be a little bit off balance. That would be, you know, the best idea. So what you're doing is you're hovering the pendulum. So the point of the pendulum is at the level of where you are. So if you're sitting down, then obviously you want this near your knees. Does that make sense? So it can be, so it's hovering to do with the base chakra. So, and then you go up and up and up, and then obviously to go above your head. So and we're going to be going through that as well with pendulums. So if you do have a pendulum and you want to join in, then pop and get your pendulum, and we can go through that all together. Okay, so they're energy centers, and there are 7 main ones. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching this thinking we know about these, and I'm doing it from basics. Okay, I'm doing it from people who might not know anything. Okay, that's what these are designed for. Okay, so here are the main chakras here. Okay, so you've got the red, which is down in the base of the spine, the root of the spine, and in the pelvic area. You've got orange, that's classed as the first chakra. The second chakra is orange, and that is it's called the sacral chakra, and that is around just under the navel. Then you have the yellow, which is just above the navel, third chakra. The fourth chakra, I believe, is pink and green. Okay, so whenever you see a rose quartz crystal, you always imagine it's linked with the heart, it's linked with love, and so I always connect. So this might not be what everybody else believes, but this is just what I feel. So I've drawn this into it, so it's green and pink. Okay, you've got then blue, as in the throat chakra, blue. Now a lot of people say that this one is indigo. Okay, indigo. Sorry, this one indigo. Okay, so I see this as kind of like a purpley color, and I always see the crown chakra as white, which is a spectrum of all colors, but some people say it's violet. Okay, so it is entirely up to you guys what you believe, what colors are what. I kind of go with what my gut feeling says and what my spirit guides tell me. Okay, so when I see above my head and in my auric field, it's like a multitude of colors, the whole spectrum. So it's kind of like a clear or a white. Okay, so that's just what I'm feeling. Okay, so each of the chakras also connects to crystals. So as we go along, I've got some crystals ready here, and I'm going to show you some of the basic crystals that I know. Now, it's not going to be very easy to see because obviously it's evening time and the lighting isn't exactly perfect. But we will do our best. Okay, it may just give you a little bit of an idea. Right, let's turn that fan off. It's probably better. Oh, thank you, Lee. Yes, please could you hit the like button for me and subscribe. Okay. All right, here we go. So the base chakra, the first chakra, that's linked with the color red. The base chakra is all to do with survival instinct, basically. And survival instinct, you know, is something that, as you know, if you think about the first man, cavemen, if you think about that their survival instinct was very animalistic. So it was all about reproducing, and it was about feeding their family. Okay, that is the two main characteristics, isn't it, of that? Okay, so the red, if you go with primal instincts, you wouldn't be far wrong. So if this is out of balance, you would probably be feeling either suicidal, or you would be feeling very low in energy, sad. Okay, you would be feeling as if, you know, what's the point? Does that make sense of things? Not feeling as if you had any control over, you know, your future. Okay, so that can sometimes kind of weigh really heavily. Okay, so if this is kind of out of balance, if you know somebody around you who is feeling like this, the chances are that their red chakra is out of balance. Okay, so if sometimes when that chakra is spinning too slow, that's when you get that sluggish kind of feeling. Does that make sense? That feeling of not worth, it's not worth it, it's not worth living. Okay, so you can gift that person a dark crystal. You can give that person a black, grey, brown, or red crystal. Okay, so can anybody name any of those crystals that come in those colors? Okay, so gifting one of those can help that give that person some extra boost. Okay, and help their spirit guides to connect and try and get them back out of that and back in alignment. Now, the opposite can happen, which is if that chakra is spinning too fast. Now, if that chakra is spinning too fast, that would mean that that person has no fear. Basically, they're like an adrenaline junkie. You know, they you know, they'll take risks. And I'm not just saying, you know, doing a helicopter ride or bungee jumping or, you know, that sort of thing, because obviously, yeah, that's a bit, we're talking about in a negative way. Does that make sense? Taking risks. Does anybody know somebody like that? Does anybody know a person who is either, you know, feeling with a slow vibrational energy, which is lethargic, can't be bothered, you know, life kind of isn't worth living? Or are they the other side, which is you know, I do anything, and that could be taking risks as well with their life or with the lives of others. Okay, so you know, that can be excessive drug use, that can be, you know, making, you know, driving too fast in a car. Does that make sense? Don't care if there's people in it or not. That type of energy. Okay, so that's what you would see if it was slow or fast. Okay, too fast or too slow. Okay, does that kind of make logical sense to you? So we're going to be going through each of them and deciding, you know, maybe we're looking at yours. Does that make sense? Would you say that your chakra is spinning fast, slow, or maybe just right? Okay, so have a feeling about it. What do you feel? Okay, what do you feel? So I'm going to grab my pendulum if I can find it. I'm going to grab mine. Where's my nail varnish? You find all sorts of things, don't you? Okay, so I can't find my pendulum. All right, so yeah, obsidian. So thank you for this. Yeah, so a dark crystal is obsidian. You've got obsidian. You've got grey tiger's eye. I mean, I'm going to go through the crystals and show you some of them anyway right now. So yeah, so don't worry. Here's my pendulum here. Okay, so if you've got a pendulum, first of all, we're going to program the pendulum to answer the questions that we would like to know. Okay, so while we're talking about this, just hold your pendulum. Okay, just put it in your hand and ask for the truth. Okay, and you're talking to your higher self. Okay, so I want to know the truth. I want to know what this is saying. Okay, so what you can do is you can so dangle this in front of your lower parts. Okay, dangle that. Okay, and then say this is yes. Deliberately spin it round in a circle. Okay, this is one way. You can do it another way if you want. Spin it round in a circle and say deliberately and say this is yes. Okay, and then stop it. And then say, and this is no. So it's like shaking of the head. This is no. And this is yes. Okay, so you've done that deliberately. Now place your elbow on a table on your knee and sit forward. Okay, and try and hold on to your arm like this. Let's move this down so you can see. So what you're doing is you're steadying yourself as much as you possibly can. Okay, so wait until it's completely steady. And then test it out and say, please, can you show me yes? Now, for some people, I'm trying to keep it steady. Please, can you show me yes? Can you make that bigger, please? I move then. Okay, please, can you make it bigger? Thank you so much. The more excited you are, the more excited your guides are. And now can you show me no? Okay, thank you. And just show me yes again. You can actually feel it kind of tug and judder as it tries. You've got to give it time to change course. Okay, so I tried really hard not to move that, but I think you can see that they work. So this is a shocker when you get this. Now, if you don't have a pendulum, you can use a chain and a ring. Okay, that's what they used to do. You can use a needle and cotton. All right, you know that's what they used to do, and they used to hold it over the stomach of the person who was pregnant and say, is this a boy or girl? Okay, that's what they used to do. So Devon said jet lodestone. I haven't heard of lodestone. And smoky quartz and hematite. Yes, smoky quartz, black tourmaline, obsidian. Yes, yeah. So hi Coxine, hello. Happy to be tuned in from Switzerland. Welcome from Switzerland. Elaine, hello Elaine. Okay, who else have we got here? Debbie Porter, hello. Amanda. Who's before that? Linda, hi, listening from her bath. Tim Abbott, hello. Corinne. Debbie Porter, Linda Winger, Cheryl Britton, hello. And Colette, lovely Colette as well. My pendulum is clear quartz. How lovely. That's nice. Good energy, clear quartz. Okay, so now that you've tuned in your pendulum, okay, ask it, are you going to tell me the truth? Now, this sounds a bit crazy, but I'm telling you, some of them don't work with you. Just saying, some of them don't work. Creating My Reality said garnet. Yeah, garnet is another good one. Okay, so what do you think? Ask it and say, I'm going to do the same. So you steady your arm as much as you possibly can, and you're dangling this, okay? And you're saying, are you going to tell me the truth? Mine is a yes. Okay, so mine is going to tell me the truth. Now, is anybody's crystal said no? Sometimes they do, believe me. A naturally magnetic lodestone used in ancient compasses. Oh, wow. Oh, I have to get some of that. That sounds really interesting. Okay. So now I want you to dangle this. For men, it's down in their parts. For women, it's the base of the spine, kind of there. Okay. So it's right at the base of the coccyx there. Okay, so dangle this in front of that chakra. Okay, and I want you to say, is this base chakra balanced? Okay, ask that. Is this base chakra balanced? Okay, so I got a yes with that. Obviously, the base chakra can also link in with a lack of finances, feeling as if you have no control over your home, you know. So there's a lot goes on with that red chakra there. Okay, a lot going on. Hello, Andrew. All right, so let me know the results as you go along. Let me know your results. Okay, and if you're watching this not live, then just take notice. Maybe just write it down in a journal. Have a psychic journal book, so that you can do your lessons with that. Last lesson I did was we did protection, and we did meeting your spirit guides. So you can always look on this channel and do that one. Back in my tub with my pendulum now. Excellent. Well, you can easily hover it over your bits like that when you're laying down. That's all right. That works. Yeah. So let me know. Okay. So let's have a look at some of the crystals that are linked with that. Okay. So good protection stones are black ones, grey ones, white and black. Okay. White and black are good. Red. Okay, all of those. Okay, so they are good crystals that can help you with that. Hello, Judy. Hello. So let me show you some of the crystals that I've got. So obviously most people know hematite. So that's hematite. They're quite heavy crystals. Okay, so hematite is good. Black obsidian is good. Black obsidian. That's another black obsidian, just cut in different ways. Black obsidian. Okay. What about fossilized jasper? Fossilized jasper, obviously that's greys, blacks, whites. Okay, and they just look like fossils, like a fossil stone. Okay, to a necklace. I keep saying this every time I do these lessons. I say it, and I will do it. So this one is grey agate. Now agates are good to know because they've got the circular bits. Okay, they've got kind of like, you can see the white circles in the crystal. Okay, so that's a grey agate. This is called silver leaf jasper, and these are pale yellow stripy bits with grey and black. Okay, and that's called silver leaf jasper. So that would be also good for anything to do with black and grey. Okay, grey tiger's eye, which is very pretty. So most people have seen tiger's eye, which is kind of a yellowy, orangey colour. Okay, with black. This is grey tiger's eye. This is also a grey agate made into a little ball there. Smoky quartz. smoky quartz. It looks like clear quartz, but it's got a grey. It's still see-through, but it's got a kind of a browny grey kind of you know, look. It's just smoky. I think they're also called Apache tears. And bronzonite, okay, it's like a brown, and again it's a heavyish stone, okay, heaviest crystal. So that's bronzonite. Okay, so they're the black, grey, and brown. Okay, so let's go into the red. Okay, so you've got red jasper, which is really kind of a browny color, but anyway, they call it red jasper. Okay, red jasper. This one, and then they've got red tiger's eye. So you can just about see it. Now I've put stickers on this, so when I do a class, I don't have to keep telling everybody what the crystal is as they go to a new person, so they're written on them. So if you're wondering why there's stickers on there, that's why. Okay, and I've got garnet here. Okay, so this is garnet. Okay, I've made it into a bracelet. Okay, so that's red garnet. Okay, red garnet. These I sell for £10. Actually, this one will be £8 because of small crystals. But yeah, so it's just in case you did want one. But yeah, they're red garnet, so it's very good for that. Or black obsidian. This is my bracelet that Greg bought me this for. Oh, that's that way. Greg bought me this, Ali and Greg, and it was a necklace, but the necklace didn't last, so I made it into a bracelet. So, and these are black obsidian. Okay, so they're black obsidian, and I put some sparkly beads with it. But so yeah, they're all the darker crystals. Hi Sarah and Patrick and Judy, hello. Okay, similar to volcanic art, glass. Yes, it is. So Paula, hello Paula. And Josie, yay. All right, so we're having a bit of party here, which is lovely. Okay, so so we're going to move on now from red. So if you had red would obviously kickstart somebody's survival instincts and things like that. Red would be good for that. What red isn't good for, red crystals, is when you have inflammation. So say if you were you had an infection somewhere, that type of thing, if you've just had an operation, okay, anything like that, you would be looking at the opposite color, which would be blue. Okay, so in that case you get them a blue crystal and not the red. Okay, so but red is good for survival instinct. Okay, now obviously for men, that's why there's a lot of survival instinct in men, because that's where the base chakra is. That's where their bits are. Sorry, but that's where it is. And so that is why there's more of a kind of, you know, wanting to look after the woman, and you know, the that masculine energy comes from there, and also spreading that seed. Sorry, we got to get like this, but you know, this is the facts. Okay, all right, so we're gonna pick on the women now, so don't you worry. Here comes the women one. Okay, my 4-year-old said those are pretty and wants one. Oh, Josie. Oh, what's your 4-year-old's name? Okay, all right, so we're going up to orange. This one is called the sacral chakra, and it is, let's have a look. So sacral chakra is there. Okay, so it's just below the navel there. Okay, and this is the woman's one. This is the feminine one. Okay, because that's where all the ladies' bits are. And so just below the navel. So the orangey color. Okay. This is linked to creativity, okay? Creativity, nurturing, like a motherly love, you know, caring for, right? So, and it's also linked with I desire, okay, in women. So going back to the first chakra, I just wanted to say, but that particular chakra actually starts kind of activating from birth up until 5 years old. Okay, it starts activating at that time because the survival instinct to be near mother, survival instinct to, you know, mother is going to be my security. Just sort of mean, so I'm not going to leave mum or dad's side. Does that make sense? It's a parent thing. They know where they are most, you know, secure. Okay. So with the orange one, that develops a little bit differently. So that one starts to develop with the creativity around the ages of 3. Although I've seen a lot of changes in babies, actually, it's all to do with kind of that dollies stage that you go through and nurturing the baby. And, you know, I mean, my kids didn't play with dollies and, up until they were about 3, 2.5, 3. But my grandchildren are playing now at 1. You know, she's 14 months. So thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much. Any of the super chats are going towards Greg's flight now to come here. He's coming in October. So thank you so much, Phil. Appreciate that so much. Okay, 4-year-old is Bryant. Ah, hello, Bryant. Hello. And Isaac. So hello, Isaac. Oh, Josie, that's lovely. I love it when the kids join in. Kids and animals. Love it. He's hanging out watching with me. Look after your mummy. That's for sure. Look after that mama, and mummy looks after you. Okay, so yeah, the orange. So think of some orange crystals in the chat. Let me know what orange crystals you can connect with. Okay, so if it's to do with the women's kind of side of things, that being kind of the nurturing and the love, well, let's go with logic. Okay, so if it's spinning too slow, what do you think may be going on there? What do you think? So too slow. All right, I want you to kind of logically think about this. It made him so happy. Ah. Hello, Rach. Hi. Okay, it's carnelian. Absolutely. Carnelian. Let's get my carnelian crystals out. That's my fire carnelian. I love that one. That's gorgeous. Fire carnelian. And I've got a little round carnelian there. And this one, I think, is an orange agate. Okay, so you can see the round bits in it, orange agate. Okay, yeah, so any more? What do you think? Okay, so if your chakra, your sacral chakra is spinning too slow. Hello, Sarah. I haven't spoken to you for ages. Sarah Watson. Wow, Sarah used to come to psychic development classes, so she's done this class already, haven't you, Sarah? Yeah, so yeah, so this is, if it's spinning too slowly, it means that you don't feel nurtured, you don't feel supported. Maybe the link that you had with your mother wasn't a good link. Maybe you've fallen out with your mum. Maybe you're feeling hurt and kind of in emotional pain regarding a trauma, maybe linked to the past. You know, maybe it was a sexual trauma that has kind of slowed this down, okay, to such a degree that you just don't feel as if you know you can be loved okay, in that way, or you're ready for any type of you know, sexual relationship. You know, so that's the slow, does that make sense, energy that you get with that being out of balance. If it's in balance, if it's out of balance and going too fast would mean that for women, it means that you fall in either, how can you put it, that you want to nurture everybody. That, you know, it could be that, do they call them helicopter mothers? You know, when you've got a mother that just tries so hard to keep their child safe, to the point where the child can't breathe, they can't get on their own. Does that make sense? They can't do you know, anything. You know, they're kind of, oh, you can't do that because it might upset you. It can't do that because you might, just what I mean. So that is, if it's spinning too fast, it means that you're not yeah, you're not allowing people to grow. Okay, so you know, thinking about, I mean, it seems logical, does it not? Does that make sense when you're going through this? This is a logical kind of you know, occurrence. All right, so do you guys know somebody who is their chakra is out, their orange chakra, their sacral chakra is out of balance, either or is yours out of balance? You know, is it spinning too fast or too slow? Can you from knowing this, from knowing what could make it out of balance, is that actually, you know, going that way? So hi Jeremiah, hi Janice, hello. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all of these and try to get all of these back in balance. Now, a chakra, if it is out of balance, you can get it back into alignment. The thing is, if there are some deep set issues, emotional issues, you know, things that have affected you in a deep way, then it probably won't stay balanced. That's the trouble, because it's something that you have to work on and you have to look at. Okay, and it's, once you know where it's coming from, it's quite easy then to get it back in alignment, isn't it? You know where to address the issue. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the pendulum says, shall we? Okay, so once again, you've already programmed it, so you don't need to program it with the yes and the no. You don't have to program any of that. Josie, are they writing me a message? Thank you for the message, Isaac. Was it Isaac and what was the other one? Let me go back and see. Isaac and Bryant. Thank you for the message. Okay, I love it. Okay, so hover this now over your sacral, so it's just underneath your navel. So again, try and steady your arm. Or it's no good doing it like this, because a slight move of your body can move this pendulum. So you have to make sure that you're resting your elbow. Okay, you can do it like this if you want to. That steadies it quite a bit. Okay, so go up to your orange, your sacral chakra, and say, is this chakra balanced? Okay, mine is spinning in a circle. So if you've only just joined us, you can program your crystal. Some people want to program them clockwise and anti-clockwise, and it really doesn't matter. As long as your crystal knows what you want for the yes and knows what you want for the no, it doesn't matter. I just like to simplify mine, so I don't have to think clockwise, anti-clockwise. I just know that if it's in a circle, it means yes, and if it's back and forth, it means no. That's just how I do mine. Okay, so some other orange crystals. Here we go. Sunstone. Okay, sunstone. So it's kind of like a peach color, but it's a bit matte. Okay, it's a bit matte peach there. Okay, so you've got apricot agate, so you can see by the rings again, apricot agate, Tiffany agate, Tiffany agate. Again, I'm going to make that into a necklace as well. Orange selenite, orange selenite. If you get this near water, it will dissolve. Goldstone. Okay, can you see the glitter there? Goldstone. Now, goldstone, blue goldstone is man-made. Sorry to upset. I was upset when I found out it's like man-made, but it can still give energy, because whatever you believe is this crystal will do something, then it will. It's to do with the intention. Petrified wood. Okay, petrified wood. Okay, petrified wood. Hi, Mama. Okay, so that's all your orange crystals. Okay, I'd like to know if you're balanced or out of balance. Let me know. Let me know how that's going. Now, listening to the personalities, do you guys know? Just a yes or a no. Do you guys know whether a friend of yours or friends of yours may be suffering from a little bit of a slow moving chakra, a fast moving chakra? What's going on? Okay, so please let us know in the chat. That'd be it. I'm not saying you've got to name who it is, because that wouldn't be good. But yeah, let me know. Okay, so now we're going to go into yellow. Okay, so yellow. Just to recap, the red is the base of the spine. Okay, it's called the base chakra, the root chakra. It's for survival instinct, virality, sexuality, reproduction, and raw energy. Okay, it's all linked with that. Okay, the first chakra, if it is in balance, it means that you would be grounded. You would be master of your own life. You'd be healthy. You'd be able to manifest things quite well, because it's linked with survival. So that would be to do with money, okay, as well. You will usually know your life purpose. Okay, you'd know what you are doing. You would be affectionate and able to trust. Okay, if you are if it's out of balance, you could be egotistic, domineering, greedy, addicted maybe to wealth or power. Usually finds sex an empty experience. So they sometimes don't connect that in an emotional way. Okay, if it's out of balance, they could have a lack of confidence. They could feel weak or insecure. They would find it hard to achieve goals, not focused in the real world, or feel unlovable. Okay, and that's to do with the root chakra being out of alignment. Okay, so you also, I forgot to say, anything to do with organs in that area, the red crystals will help you. Okay, so what are the organs apart from the male bits? Okay, I have to be careful what I say on here, but the male bits. Okay, what else is there? Okay, going on in the lower part of the body. Okay, and then again, think about the next one. So that's the first chakra. So we're going up, because I like to repeat so that it sinks in, and also if anybody new is watching. I'm firing on all cylinders, Mum said. So Mum there is Patricia Walsh, if you didn't know, but that's my mama. Linda says, I don't have any orange crystals. Maybe it's time to get an orange crystal. Blessings from Australia. Honey, calcite is a beautiful peachy orangey crystal. I like that. I haven't seen, well, I have seen calcite, but not an orangey one. Okay. So orange again is 1 to 2 inches below the navel. Okay, it regulates your the like a feminine sexuality and raw creativity. Okay, just going over some of my notes here. Okay, it's about friendliness, creativity, your sexuality, emotions, and intuition. Governs people's sense of self-worth. Okay, it's a sociable color, orange, and it combines physical red with the intellectual yellow. Okay, so if you are balanced in that area, in the orange, you'd be friendly, optimistic, you would have a concern for others, you would have a sense of belonging, intuitive, an inner understanding of other people's emotions, and maybe a gutsy sense of humor as well. Oh, there's my love. Hello, darling. And Michelle, hello, Michelle. So if this is out of balance, emotionally explosive, aggressive, overly ambitious, manipulative, caught up in illusion, self-serving. So does anybody know anybody like this? Okay. If it's too slow, they'll be shy and timid. Okay. Shy and timid, immobilized with fear sometimes, overly sensitive, self-critical, resentful and distrustful. So it really does affect the personality if the chakras are, out of sync somehow. So down there, it would be any disorders. If your chakra's out of balance for a long time, it can then cause a disorder in your body. Okay, so that could be kidneys. It could be a lack of energy, hypersensitive, repression, inhibition. So think about what else is down there. Okay, apart from the ovaries and the women's reproductive organs, what else is in that lower part of the body and organ wise? What else is there? Okay, because that would be, so if someone's got that going on, you can give them again one of those crystals, give them an orange crystal, okay, that would then help them with anything like that. I mean, if they're going through some of those emotions, then that would be good. Okay. Oh, Bumblebee Jasper. Oh my God, yes. I haven't done that. I've got it here. Bumblebee Jasper as well, Devon, is poisonous. It's got a bit of arsenic in it, so I've heard. So you don't put it in water. Okay, you just don't put it in water, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. Okay, so so what about some crystals then, some yellow crystals? Okay, so we're going to be going up to the yellow chakra. Okay, now, all right, so the yellow one. So I've just written down the when things are out of balance. Okay, so the yellow one is just above the navel. Okay, it's about there. Okay, just above the navel, under the heart, just above the navel. Okay, so I did not say have. I do not have any orange. I said many. Oh, I see. Sorry. I'm going to work better with my pendulum once out of the bath. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going up to the yellow chakra. Okay. So the yellow one, it's all to do with your gut instinct. Okay. When you feel threatened or when you've heard bad news, when something's happened in your life that was unexpected, what's the first thing you do with your body? You usually hug yourself, and it's usually in your it's called the solar plexus area. And if someone hurts you, it feels as if someone's kicked you there. It's like, oh, I felt kicked in my solar plexus. I felt, it's like a physical feeling of taking your breath away. Okay, when somebody hurts your feelings, doesn't it? Well, that's linked, like I said, to the yellow. It's linked to that area. solar plexus. Okay, it's the center of your personal power. Okay, and if that one is out of alignment, it can affect all the others as well. Okay, so it's very good to keep an eye on this one there. If you are balanced in this area, you would be outgoing, you'd be cheerful, you would be able to take a joke without getting offended, you would have self-respect, you would have respect for other people, you would be relaxed, spontaneous, expressive, and you would be able to maybe take on new challenges and things like that in your life. Okay, and that's if you are balanced in that area. If you are not balanced in that area, then you would maybe be judgmental, you'd be a workaholic, you would perhaps be a perfectionist, overly intellectual, meaning that you don't want to get on to a balanced level. You always have to feel superior to others. Sometimes it would make you feel as if you don't want to live your life, you want to be someone else. Okay, that's another kind of way of feeling as if that is out of alignment. You could feel depressed, a lack of confidence, okay, if it's spinning too slow. So if it's spinning too fast, the judgmental, workaholic, perfectionist, that kind of attitude would be going on. If it's spinning too slow, then it would be sluggish and you would feel depressed with a lack of confidence, not really knowing who you are as a person. You would feel confused a lot of the time, and you would probably let other people control your life in some way. Okay, so do you know maybe a time in your past where you might have felt as if this chakra particularly was out of balance? Did somebody rule your life? Did somebody take over? Did you feel as if you didn't have any say in what your life was going to be? Okay, so these are all the signs that that chakra is out of whack. So think about the organs that are linked around that area. Okay, so the middle section, so that would be your stomach. That would be, is it your liver there as well? So liver, so all the organs linked with that would help with yellow crystals. Okay, so the yellow crystals would help with emotions. They would help with the physical things too. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the yellow crystals. So has anybody else got any ideas on yellow crystals? So Devon mentioned bumblebee jasper. Well, that's bumblebee jasper there. Okay, so bumblebee jasper. Okay, so like I said, it's poisonous. You don't really want to be sucking on that. Putting it in water. Rutilated quartz. Now it's a white one, but it's got like angel hairs in it. Rutilated quartz. Okay, I don't know if you can see those little angel hairs. Oh, dropping it. There, you probably can see the angel hairs there. Okay, they're like little strands, rutilated. Yellow calcite. Okay, so that's again looking clear and creamy, although you can actually get calcite that looks, depends how it's polished. Okay, so these usually have rainbows in it, calcite, which is really quite pretty. Okay, so that's calcite. Another bit of calcite, which is kind of the raw calcite there. Citrine. This is a citrine point. Citrine is always good to have in your wallet, a little bit of citrine, or your purse or your pocket, or if you're a shop owner, have a bit. That was in my till at the shop. Okay, now what looks very similar to citrine is the healer. It's called a golden healer. Okay, now, can you see it's very similar? Let me show you a bit of citrine, polished citrine. Okay, so this is very difficult to tell the difference. The only thing is that there's like a swirl rather than a color right through. Does that make sense? So the golden healer has like swirls, like you've dropped some yellow into the crystal, whereas the citrine is kind of it is that color. Okay, it's like a color of yellow mixed with the clear quartz. Okay, and then you've got the muggle stone. It's like hematite and tiger's eye mixed together. It's called muggle stone. It's quite heavy because it's obviously got hematite in it. Okay, so there's some of the yellow crystals. Okay, so I always make bracelets out of the crystals, and I'm wanting to do kind of chakra kits, so that if one of your chakras is out of balance, then it's something that you can do every day. Does that make sense? To work on that chakra, to ask the universe to try and balance that, to try and find out, maybe go to the core energy of what is the problem. You know, what made this chakra out of alignment? Because obviously you're not born out of alignment, are you? So there has to be something that triggered it. I mean, you can talk about past life energies in the past, but I'm not so sure that that's enough to actually throw off that chakra. Okay, so that's the yellow. Okay, so Greg says here, on my tie-dye t-shirt I'll use citrine and Libyan gold tektite in the yellow dye as recommended by Adrienne Goff. Is there a link to that article? Because I know that I think Adrienne Goff has put an article about crystals. So yeah, definitely have a look at that. Give you much more insight there. Yes, darling. Can't believe that he flew over to see me after not seeing me for ages, and in this bloody horrible yellow mustard sweatshirt thing that he said it's very comfortable, but he hasn't seen me for ages. It holds round the collar, the sleeves are all hot. I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, it was funny. I thought it was funny. I was just it's one of those jokes that we've got going on. It's like, he says it turns me on. It doesn't. He does. The t-shirt definitely doesn't. It doesn't matter what he's wearing. Hi Trixie. Hi Debbie. Linda says I usually keep clear quartz and citrine in my pockets. That's a good thing, because it then keeps you with money. Keeps you with money. Yeah. This is such a valuable information you're sharing today. I wanted to say, but busy with the kids, so I'll have to come back and watch later. Thank you, Josie. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to kind of help with this. So we need to test out and see, don't we, whether or not your solar plexus chakra is out of balance. So have a go. Okay, get your pendulum ready. Get your pendulum. Okay, make sure your pendulum knows what your yes and what your no is. Okay, my yes, I'm repeating this just in case anybody's coming along halfway through. My yes is definitely, I deliberately circle it around and say this is yes, and then I stop it, and then I deliberately back and forth and say this is no. Okay, so it knows. Okay, it knows. All right, so let's ask. So hover it by your solar plexus and ask your chakra, is my solar plexus chakra out of balance? Okay, so it's a yes, but not a prominent yes. So it was a bit of a yesy no kind of thing. Okay, so it's obviously a chakra that I have to work on is my solar plexus. Okay, that does make absolute sense to me. Okay, hi Yvonne and Atonia, hello. All right, so we've got to that stage. So here we go. We're going to go up now to the heart. Now everybody knows where the heart chakra is, and like I said before, I feel that the heart chakra has two colors. And so whenever I give chakra kits out, I always give the extra. So you don't just get the 7 crystals, you get 8. Because to me, the heart chakra is linked to, is pink and, yeah, it's pink and it's green. Okay. Because green is for the healing and the heart energy, and the yellow, the pink is for unconditional love. Okay, so how do we know if our heart chakras are in balance or out of balance? Okay, well, let's go into the obvious. Are you able to give unconditional love to others? Are you able to accept unconditional love from others? If you know, that should be the most prominent question that we can have, okay, regarding that. So can you give or receive unconditional love? Okay, so the balanced, if it's balanced, this chakra, okay, it means that you can be compassionate to others, that you've got quite a balanced personality. You can see good in everyone, or most people. You can never see good in everybody, I suppose. Desire to nurture others. You're friendly and outgoing, and you're in touch with your feelings, and you can blend into a relationship with another person. Okay, so if you're answering these yes, 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 then you know for a start that this is balanced for you, this chakra. Excessive energy. So if this is spinning too fast, okay, if this chakra is spinning too fast, and we're doing the heart chakra, it means that you could be demanding, you could be needy, okay, you can be overly critical, lot of tension between the shoulder blades there. You could be possessive, moody, melodramatic. Do you know anybody like this? Do you know? I mean, let's have a little think about this. Who do you know in your life who's a little bit, can be a bit dramatic, and is maybe possessive of you, even as a friend, maybe is a bit too critical of other people, use money or power to control others, can be a manic depressive, up and down with their emotions. I'll love you if you do this. Okay, so do you know somebody like this, or have you known someone like this? Is it linked? Is this linked with maybe a past relationship, and that's why you're not together now? Are you in a relationship when whoever this person might be, could be doing a little bit of that to you? Okay, in which case maybe you didn't realize that it's kind of not quite right. Sometimes it takes somebody to point it out. Okay, so if it's sluggish, doesn't mean it's spinning too slow, it would mean that you feel sorry for yourself. It would mean that you're paranoid, that you're indecisive, and that maybe you're afraid of letting go, being free, getting hurt, being abandoned, unworthy of love, terrified of rejection, and need constant reassurance. Okay, so it's awful to feel like this, and if somebody out there is feeling any of these, then please grab yourself a pink, and I feel it's pink and a green. So get yourself 2 crystals, a pink one and a green one. You know, you've got rose quartz, you've got, you know, bloodstone, you know, there's lots of jaspers out there, so malachite. So grab yourself those crystals and perhaps work with it, and see if you can balance this out. So illnesses and ailments that could be treated with green or pink color or green or pink crystals. Okay, heart pain, high blood pressure, okay, negativity, fatigue, difficulty breathing, tension, insomnia, anger, paranoia. Okay, so any of those kind of ailments, you know, I mean, to me, I don't think you can go wrong at all with buying somebody, you know, the universal crystals for me is an amethyst and it's a rose quartz. Those two crystals most people recognize and know, and those two are the ones that are gonna, you know, you can program them to heal anything. Okay, so yeah, we've got some green and pink crystals coming up here. So thank you, love Ellie, lover girl. So watermelon tourmaline. Yes, I've got a piece of that here. Pink and green. Yeah. My bit is it's not tourmaline, it's watermelon quartz, I think. I can't remember. I'll have a look in a minute. But yeah. Also in my notes that I've read somewhere, and I can't even remember where I read it from, it said the best color for treating cancer is green. So, you know, it's to do with healing, isn't it? It's deep set healing. So, you know, I would think that, you know, any crystal, the only crystal that I wouldn't use with cancer things would probably be quartz. Quartz can grow things, so you want to come away from that. But you know, I don't know where I read that from. It's like, you know, when you think I know this to be true, because when I had cancer, that's what I was thinking. But I don't remember being taught it. I don't remember, you know, so that has got to come from my guides, maybe. I don't know. That's what I feel. Okay, so let's have a little look. So obviously the heart chakra, so that's kind of one of the organs, isn't it? You've got the lungs as well there. You've got the above, you know, the stomach, the higher stomach. You know, you've got lots of different, you know, different, you know, think about all the organs that you've got there, okay, and any ailments that might have pain or discomfort. Okay, so pink, green, okay, crystals. Okay, so let's have a look and see what crystals are green and pink. So this is apophyllite. It's a lovely piece of apophyllite crystal. It's like a pale green. I don't know if you can see that properly. It's a pale green color, and yeah, I love it. It's called apophyllite. Obviously, you can't put that in your pocket. You imagine it's really heavy. Where's my watermelon? Oh, mine's watermelon quartz. Okay, so it's watermelon quartz. So obviously, because it's a quartz, I probably wouldn't use that if I had anything like the big C. Okay. You've got jade. Okay, piece of jade. Right. You've got lemon jasper, which looks to me more like green. That's why it's in the green area. You've got healerite, which looks very similar. It's like a lime green color. Healerite. You've got serpentine there. It's kind of like a greeny yellow. Malachite. I'm doing the green ones first. Malachite, it's one of my favorites. Again, it can be poisonous, so you don't put it in water and then drink it. The same as serpentine, you don't put that one in there either. Bloodstone, they usually have little red bits in it, but this one doesn't have many. Does that make sense? But yeah, bloodstone is kind of like a a dark green with red little dots in. Okay, and that's bloodstone, obviously good for blood disorders. Unakite. Now this looks orange, but there's green in it as well. So unakite is orange and green. Okay, so now we are on the heart chakra. Think about what colors are mixed with it. So if you've got a green and an orange, orange is linked with motherly nurturing, and green is the heart. So if you've fallen out with family members and you want to heal that, or you've fallen out with you know, just in general, you know, it's where you need nurturing, where this whole relationship needs to be nurtured, then a unakite crystal would be really good. Unakite, let me see if I've got, this is a better bit of unakite, because you can see the green and the orange. Okay, that's unakite. Okay, so because of the mixture, the green for healing and the orange for nurture, that's why that's a good one. Okay, for family upsets. Okay. Fluoride, not fluoride. It's 7:42 a.m. I just woke up a little while ago. Oh, we forgive you, Leona. We do. Of course we do. Okay, so fluorite, although it's kind of mixed, the purple's mixed with the green, but that's a piece of fluorite. So again, you know, psychic is linked with the purple color, isn't it? Psychic, third eye, kind of crown chakra, and you've got the green. So if you are feeling, if there's somebody who wants to do more with their psychic ability, but they're feeling a little bit nervous about it, then that crystal, fluorite crystal, would be really good for them. Okay. Moss agate, that's white and green there, white and green. Okay. Amazonite, it's like a pastel green. Okay, for amazonite. And this is labradorite. Now you can kind of see it's, you see the sheen on it? Isn't that absolutely beautiful, the sheen? Okay, so that's labradorite. And then you also have dragon's blood, which is like a maroon color and green. Dragon's blood. And I do have Kambaba, which is a black and a green. Okay, so black is good for protection. Okay, so and green. Moldavite. Yeah, Moldavite, emerald. Yeah. Anybody else got any ideas for green crystals? Anyone else got any ideas? Okay, so we're going to go on to the pink now. So pink. Now rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is like a pink, and it's got black with it. And this is good for letting go of the past, or letting go of anything that's no good for you. So this is very good for breakups. Okay, if you've had an emotional breakup, or if you've had a loss, whether that be a passing, or whether you're kind of just you've had an argument with a friend or partner, okay, and you want to heal quickly, then rhodochrosite is really good for that. Okay, now pink tourmaline here. Pink tourmaline. Okay, and I've got two lots of rose quartz, but one has got rainbow on it. Okay, it's been kind of dipped in like a rainbow. See if I can get you to see. Can't really see it properly, but yeah, that's got rainbow in it. So rose quartz. Peacock ore. Isn't that pretty? Peacock ore. So it's kind of like that's as heavy as a hematite. This is supposed to be pink moonstone, but it looks like a brownie pink. Okay, so moonstone, brown moonstone, and mookaite. Mookite's a fun stone. It's very fun. It's got a raspberry kind of pink color, with white and with cream. It all depends on where. I mean, when I do bracelets in this, it looks as if it's all multicolored, like it's got yellow, white, pink. Yeah, it's got all sorts of colors. Mookaite is very fun and bouncy. Okay, you always feel bouncy energy when wearing mookaite. It's always good. Aventurine, Amanda says aventurine, because you can get pink aventurine and green and grey aventurine and peach. Hi Becca. Hi Deb. Okay, so where have we got to? I'm gonna have to make myself a drink in a minute, guys. Larimar is my favorite. I don't know what that is. I'd love to see what Larimar looks like. I'll have to look it up. So Greg says, for the green dye on my tie-dye t-shirts, I use Tup Tight. Never heard of that. Rhodochrosite and rhodonite. So they would be letting go energies as well. So they would be very good. Yeah. I was attempting to type that, said Linda, and was not sure about the spelling. Yeah, my drink has gone cold, guys. You know me and my throat when I'm talking a long time. I have to have me hot drink. Okay, so red is good, is survival instinct. It's also where it's animal instinct, survival instinct. Okay, orange is nurturing, love, family love, because it's to do with fertility, and yellow is to do with that solar plexus energy, and that's yellow, and it's all to do with, you know, if somebody hurts your feelings, how that makes you feel. Okay, how does that make you feel? What about my kettle? All right, so we're going to move on to the throat now. Okay, so can you tell me any blue crystals that you know about? Okay, what blue crystals do you know about? What blue crystals do you have? So blue is for speaking out. Okay, it's for, you know, saying your piece, talking things over. Okay, so if that is spinning too slow, hi Gracie, blue lace agate. Yeah, Amanda said, I love that blue lace agate, one of my favorites. Okay, so if it's spinning slowly, then you would be frightened to speak out. You would be frightened to say what it is that's on your mind. You know, you'd want to say things, but you'd feel as if your throat was, you know, sluggish, and you just couldn't say what you needed to say. Okay, so so that is if it's running slow, if it's like sluggish. If it's spinning too fast, then, you know, you would be more aggressively speaking. You would tell it how it is. You would maybe upset others by your opinion and not really care about that. Okay, so if it's balanced, you would feel centered and content. You would be in the present, able to live in the present time. You could kind of used to love music, or kind of the creativity of music. It's like being able to voice or sing, you know, what it is that's on your mind. Okay, that type of thing. Okay, so if that is balanced, just these are my notes that I write down a few notes before I do classes, just because I don't want to forget anything when I'm doing this. Okay, we've got some crystals here. Okay, so LA Lover Girl said Larimar is created like obsidian, but it's a volcano under the ocean. Instead of black, comes out like green blue of ocean, only found in Dominican. Wow, I'm loving all this information. So Greg uses aquamarine and blue apatite in the blue dye. So I love this. Leona said angelite. Angelite is beautiful stone. I love that. Leona said, yes, of course, aquamarine is beautiful. Elaine says blue apatite, aquamarine for thyroid healing. We were talking about thyroid earlier. Adrienne Goff. Okay, so again, I think Greg has put the article for the crystals, Adrienne Goff there. So it's a good idea to kind of look at those. So Linda Winger says lapis lazuli. Yep, I agree, lapis. Deb Treadway says blue jade and azurite. Now azurite has it's got two colors to it, hasn't it? Azurite, is it black? No, it's blue, isn't it? Azurite is blue and green. Azurite. So think of the green for your heart and think of the throat. Okay, so speaking from the heart. Okay, so you're mixing the two blue and green. So green is for healing and the heart, and blue is for speaking out. So if you wanted somebody to speak out and, you know, or you wanted your child to feel as if they are, you know, they can tell you things, then buy them a little bracelet or something, or give them a crystal they can put in their pocket, and that would help them immensely. So Devon said blue crystals. I'm currently wearing kyanite and sodalite. Kyanite charges up all the other crystals in a bowl if you put them all in a bowl. When I had my shop, I had all the crystals individually. They were all in individual trays, okay? And I felt that they wanted to all be together. So I had this big bowl. It was like a huge bowl, and I put all the tumblestones, I put them all together. And that went down brilliantly. People just used to do the lucky dips, you know, whatever they've got. Every child that came in the shop used to get a free crystal because they needed it. When I did a reading for somebody, if I felt that they needed a certain crystal, I would give them a crystal. I just think crystals are marvelous. And I love it. Green aventurine. Yeah. Do they have blue aventurine? Do they have blue aventurine? I don't know. I think so. I'm lazy, so I like to have charging crystals in my jewelry. Yeah, definitely, Devon. Definitely. Okay, so let's go back to the throat. Okay, so if it's spinning too slow, you would probably be quite a scared person. Okay, you know, insecure. Okay, you may hold back. Okay, a lot. You would be quiet, inconsistent, unreliable sometimes. You would have a weak kind of energy. You couldn't express your thoughts, and you would feel conflict with a lot of things in life because you didn't have an opinion, basically, or your opinion wasn't able to be expressed. Now, I have watched, and I'm watching it again actually. Has anybody else seen The Handmaid's Tale before? It's actually Handmaid's Tale. And just briefly, obviously the handmaid's fertility went down, basically, big time. And the males were not producing very well, and the females obviously weren't getting pregnant. So what they had was handmaids. And what they did with the handmaids is they wore these, this is before the pandemic, they actually had these things that went across them here, which stop them speaking out. And now we've got suppression. Does that make sense? On, you know, social media stations and things like that. So it's funny how things like our, you know, like movies and you know these series come out before it all starts to happen. Just yeah, if you do watch that, have a look and see about that. Yeah, it's all to do with suppression. Okay, so Lee's in it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's we need to have our voice. We need to not be intimidated, you know. Okay, so the throat is all linked with the throat, the thyroid, your nerves. So anything around the neck area, okay, is all linked with the throat. And so blue crystals will be able to help you. Okay, if it's spinning, if it's spinning too fast, you would be arrogant, self-righteous. You would talk far too much. You would drown out other people. Does that make sense? Your conversation would be better than anybody else's, and you would just talk over people. You could have an addictive personality, and you may be a bit egotistical. So, do you know somebody like that, or have you known somebody like that in the past? Because the chances are that chakra was spinning too fast, or if they weren't able to speak out, or they were making you not speak or not be able to speak out, then that's why you will be then you know, that chakra, because situations that happen around us can throw our chakras out. Okay, so that's the 5th. So let's have a look and see whether this is out of whack or not. Okay, so go up to your, this is where I have to do this. Go up to your throat, make sure it's still. Okay, steady your on. Okay, let's try and get it still. Okay, so and then ask your crystal, your pendulum, is this chakra out of balance? Okay, it's no. He did say yes first of all, so I'm going to ask it one more time. Is my throat chakra out of balance? No. Okay, what about yours? Is your throat chakra out of balance? What does your pendulum say? Okay, let's have a look at some blue crystals that I have here. Okay, now this is lapis lazuli. Hold on a minute, is it? No, this is sodalite. I haven't got any tumble stones of lapis lazuli. I gave my last one out. Okay, so this is this sodalite, which looks very similar to lapis. Lapis has gold in it. It has like you know, stripes of gold. Okay, lapis. This is this no, this is also sodalite. Okay, so sodalite is good for the throat chakra. Okay, blue lace agate. Okay, agates again have stripes, don't they? Swirly stripes. You see that? Another blue lace agate. You can see the stripes there. It's a pale blue. So if you've got something that you have to say that needs to be done in a delicate way, then you want a blue lace agate. If you want to say something like public speaking, you need a blue one. If you want to be funny and light-hearted, turquoise. Okay. Right, so that's a piece of turquoise there. Right, turquoise. And then this is blue obsidian. Now, obsidian, normal obsidian, black obsidian, it's really bizarre. They're both obsidian, but one's see-through, one's not. Isn't that crazy? But I assure you that is blue obsidian. Yep. I got it from a crystal expert who was amazing. He had this massive crystal store when we went to events and things. Okay, so there's your blue. So you would give blue out if somebody had if someone had an infection. Remember I said this about the red. Okay, so if someone's got an infection, you wouldn't give them a red crystal. You would give them a blue crystal, which is the opposite in the spectrum of colors. You would give them a blue crystal. Okay, so it's good. So if you've got a sore throat, then definitely blue crystal. When I realized when I was, younger, I took it all kind of like lightheartedly, the crystal side of things. It's like, how can that really, work? Do you know what I mean? It's just a crystal, isn't it? How does that work? That was kind of in the back of my head, even though I believed in tarot and I was doing tarot readings and things. That's how I was feeling, until I didn't know that I had at the time thyroid cancer. I had no idea. I had a lump here, but they'd had biopsies and they said it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. So I had no idea. So anyway, I had a chrysocolla. It was like I was at a party booking or a workshop or something that we were doing. It was a chrysocolla. It was like a egg. Okay, it's about that big. And I had 1 foot. I was sitting on the edge of the chair, and I had 1 foot on the floor and 1 foot off. Okay, and I had the crystal up at my throat. I have no idea why I put it there. Obviously, my higher self knew, didn't it? But I didn't. So I had this crystal there, and when you're just about to faint, and when you're looking out, your eyes go black, don't they? But you've got your eyes open, but it's like you've got your eyes closed. And I started getting really lightheaded. And I took it away, put my foot on the ground, because obviously I was feeling a bit woozy, and it went away. And then I put it back on there, did the same thing again, it did the same thing. So I thought, there's something in these crystals, they work. And so I got it checked out again. So there's definitely something in these crystals. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay, so we've done blue, haven't we? Okay, so that's linked with the throat. Okay, chrysocolla has copper in it, very healing. Ah, that's good to know. So, all right. So let's move forward. Thank you, darling. I've never been this unconditionally loved in a relationship ever before. To have support from your other half, it means so much, and I'm so grateful. Love it. That's how I feel about him as well, by the way. Just do. So anyway, all this slushy stuff here. Let's go to now the third eye. Okay, so the third eye is linked to your pineal gland, your psychic ability. Okay, it's linked to connecting to your higher consciousness and everything. So very similar and very connected to third eye, crown, pineal. Does that make sense? They're all kind of linked there. That's how I feel about it. So so some people say it's indigo. I say it's purple. Okay. Just like I feel that there is white at the top. So you guys can feel whatever you want. Does that make sense? It's the way it is. So to me, it's like a purple color. could it be kind of an indigo bluish? This is blue, this is purple to me, and this is white. But like I said, it's up to you. So purple, so this is your third eye, the third eye connection. Okay, so what are you feeling with the third eye? Okay, what is going on if this is out of balance? Okay, so if this is out of balance and you were spinning too fast with this, you would probably be absolutely obsessed morning, noon and night with your spirituality. Every conversation that would come out of your mouth would be on the spiritual basis. You would probably be a pain in the bum to be with, because nobody would be able to laugh with you. No one would be able to, you know, have a normal everyday kind of conversation. Does that make sense? Because it's to do with obsession. Okay, if it was spinning too fast. Okay, if it was spinning too slow, you would be completely closed off to any sort of psychic anything. It's all a load of crap. You'd probably be a scientist and have a scientific explanation to absolutely everything. Or, you know, it's, yeah, I mean, can religion be a little bit slow with the chakra energy? I don't know. I think it depends on the individual person, because they could still be very spiritual. Okay, so it is all to do with kind of that, you know, faster that chakra goes in the third eye would mean the more obsessive you were, and the slower that chakra is spinning would be how you perhaps wouldn't want to know anything like this. You might even be in fear of it. Okay, so do you know someone like that in your life? You know, how is that in your life? What do you think? Okay, and what are purple crystals? So we've got the amethyst. What other purple crystals can you see? Or do you know? Hi, Lilium. Hello, Lilium. Passing by, love your work and your passion. Thank you for you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I am passionate about this. So Deb says purple fluorite, purple jasper, purple sapphire. Yeah, beautiful. So I kind of only do my jewelry making with crystals now. I much prefer that, the energy of crystals. So although they're a little bit more expensive, I think it's worth it, because you're getting healing every time you put a bracelet on. I made this one, which is white jade with sparkly, because I do like my sparkles. So I love that. Purple tourmaline. Yeah, purple tourmaline. Okay, let's have a look at my purple. I've even got it in my purple little pot. So this is an amethyst point here. Okay, so amethyst, amethyst chevron, where they've got the triangles. That's called chevron, amethyst chevron. Okay, if it's just a circle going round, it means it's banded. Okay, so that's the difference between those two amethysts. They're both amethysts. That's amethyst, but it hasn't got any round circles to it, but it's just an amethyst there, and that one's a normal amethyst as well. Okay, so yeah, amethyst, lepidolite. Okay, it's like a pale purple, like a mauve color. Okay, lepidolite. And then I've also got an ametrine. When I ordered ametrine, when you order it online, there was no orange. I wanted there to be orange, okay, but it was just the purple one that I got. So ametrine is beautiful if you can get the orange. So think about orange, which is to do with nurturing. It's to do with fertility, nurturing, that sort of thing. And then you've got the third eye. So the combination of those two colors, what do you think that would be good for? What do you think? I want you guys to answer that. So say if somebody wanted to have a baby, and then you've got the psychic with the purple. So that's orange and purple. Any other purple crystals that you guys can think about? So obviously purple crystals are going to be good for headaches, or tension in the head, sinus issues, earache, even throat or glands. It would be good for that. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to say Moonstar. Sugar light. Okay, sugar light. I've not heard of sugar light before. I'd like to see what that looks like. So Linda Winger said purple chariot, lepidolite, sugar light there, and ametrine. Yeah. Hi, Julia. Hello. Okay. So lots of ideas with crystals and things. Okay. So it's a good idea to have a little chakra set. I like to give my grandchildren a little chakra set, so that if mummy's got a sore throat, they can go and get a crystal and say, mummy, hold this up to, because it's something that the kids can do when they're feeling as if mummy's not feeling well or daddy's not feeling well. They can go and get their little crystals, and they can go and give you a crystal. So get the kids involved really young, and give them a little chakra set of crystals, and just explain where each of them are, like a little chart there. Does that make sense? So that they can see, right, red, mummy's got stomach aches, I'm going to give mummy an orange crystal or a red crystal. So yeah. Okay, so if you have a balanced chakra in your third eye, you would be charismatic. You would be able to receive guidance without getting offended. You would be experienced in the spiritual side of life. You wouldn't really have a fear of death, because being spiritually kind of in tune would mean that there is no fear, because you understand what else is out there. Okay, can show the way to liberation. Would be able to do astral travel, maybe past lives. They'd be able to understand their past lives. If it's spinning too fast, they would be an egomaniac. They'd be manipulative, maybe highly religious, and very, very pushy with it. Does that make sense? Kind of pushing with that religious, and they would like authority, or want to be a bit authoritative at people. Okay, if it's spinning too slow, they would not be assertive. They'd be very undisciplined, overly sensitive to the feelings of others, afraid. When somebody, if someone else is upset, they'd be even more upset. Does that make sense? And kind of take over that person's pain with their own. Does that make sense? They'd, it would be, they'd take away that. Okay. Yeah, so the glands that are connected to that would be the pineal glands, pituitary, the brain, and the ears, and obviously the sinus areas as well. So any of those areas would be good with a purple crystal, or indigo, if you want to say indigo. Okay, so we're going to move up to the crown. Okay, the crown chakra I see as white, clear, or all the spectrum of colors there. Okay. So you would be, if you were balanced, you would be open to the divine light. Okay, you would understand that you are connected to the source energy. And that source energy can be, you know, that can be whatever you want it to be. If you believe in a God, then it would be God. If you believe in, you know, the divine light, God, goddesses, you know, whatever you are believing in, but you would be happy and connected to that. You'd be able to communicate with telepathy, you know. Now, I've taught telepathy a lot in classes, and I think it's one of the hardest things for people to do. It isn't easy, okay, telepathy. So if you are finding telepathy easy when you play, you know, get somebody around you to maybe draw, make sure it's on card or something so you can't see through it. Draw a circle, draw a square, draw a triangle, wavy lines maybe, and then show all of those symbols, show the person, so you can both see all the symbols, and then shuffle them up so the other person sitting across the room, and you are telepathically throwing out one of these. So if you're throwing out circle, you're thinking circle, 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 and you're pushing that energy out over to the other person, and the other person then, you know, decides which one they think it is, if it's a triangle, if it's a square. Have a go. It's a good one to play with the kids. I find kids are really good at it because they've got no inhibitions and they just don't think, you know, they just do it. Okay, so if it's excessive energy, constant sense of frustration, unrealized power, they could be depressed, frequent migraines or headaches. They could have a destructive personality as well. Okay, if it's too slow, no spark of joy, and can't make decisions. Is frightened to make decisions. Okay, illnesses can be and would help with the crown chakra, which is white crystal, would be depression, migraine, headaches. Okay, so anything to do with this area, usually of the face as well. So white or purple crystals. Okay, so white is your connection with source, it's connection with that. So think of that as it's just above the head. Next week, week 3, I will be doing auras, how to see auras, how to feel them, how to draw them, how to balance them, basically. Okay, so we didn't do the crystal, did we? The pendulum. So you've got to do the pendulum then for the third eye. Okay. See if you are in balance in the third eye. It's difficult, this one, because it's like, how do you steady your arm? So I'll give it a go. Okay. So is my third eye balanced? That is a yes. And let's go up a bit more. Okay. Is my crown chakra balanced? Yes. Okay. So one of my chakras is out of balance a little bit. It's the yellow one. It's my solar plexus. It is a little bit out of balance. What about you? Which one of your chakras, going through them all, let me know which one is out of balance for you. Let us know. And do you know why? You don't have to tell us on here, it might be private. But listening to why they get out of balance, you know why. We're going to do a meditation in a little while, and we're going to help to get these back in balance. Okay, we're going to get these back in balance, but obviously if it then comes out of balance again, then you have a week where you can work on that chakra, work on the one that's out of balance. All right, but if you can just tell me which ones that your crystal said is out of balance, I might be able to shed some light on maybe what needs to happen. Okay, so you let me know. If I'm asking you to share, I will share. So my solar plexus is out of balance. So obviously, pain, when you have pain constantly, I've got it 24/7, and I've got arthritis in my ankles, knees, hips and spine, and I've got a condition called EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means that your joints are hypermobile. And when they are hypermobile, it means that your joints are being used excessively more than others, which means that you then get kind of arthritis early in life. I'm 51, and I've had arthritis for 20 years, maybe something like that. I can't remember when they first said it. I know my doctor said with the crumbling discs that I had, I could be in a wheelchair in 30 years. That's basically what he said to me. And I do have to have like a wheelie trolley, walking stick, sometimes on long distances. I have to use my mum, we borrow a scooter, and it's horrible when I'm conscious of that. So that's why my solar plexus is out of whack. Okay, so I thought if you guys might be sharing, then I will share with you as well. So that's why I know. And I had to go to a wedding, and I was determined I wasn't going to use a walking stick, and I wasn't going to use a trolley. So I was kind of walking around trying to not walk like a disabled person. And I was aware that I was just literally, it's kind of like a bit of a fake thing. So, but I was determined, because these people were all people I went to school with, I grew up with. Does that make sense? It was going back to my roots, and I was obviously self-conscious. So totally understand why my solar plexus is out of whack. Okay. Yeah, I do need med beds. Yes, we do. So Vera said, haven't been able to use pendulum. Miss Magic is sleeping on the arm I use for pendulum. Okay, Vera. The Greg, oh honey, you're so much loved, exactly how you are. I am with you guys, of course, because you're spiritual, but some of the people that were there on Saturday, they're kind of drinkers, and they're in the 3D. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, it's like sometimes it's like, does that make sense? You know what you need to be working on, and it's like having to be honest with yourself, and having to think to yourself, right, okay, I know where I am, where do I want to be, and how do I want to get there? Okay, so this is kind of how it all works out. Yeah. All right, so to hell with them. I know I wouldn't normally be anywhere near that sort of people, would I, anymore? It's only that you go to a wedding and you kind of get thrown into the lion's den again. Oh, that's lovely. I'm pleased that your kitty and you're getting on so well, Vera. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if you wanted to join in with this meditation, You can light a candle, okay? You can light a candle and you can get yourself in a comfortable chair, okay? If you lay down on a bed, you're more likely to fall asleep. But if you do fall asleep, then maybe you're supposed to fall asleep. Maybe you need the rest. And I think sometimes when people fall asleep during meditations, it could be that they're actually getting healing whilst they're sleeping. So yeah, so don't worry if you are falling asleep, okay? Once again, can I ask people to like and share and subscribe if that's okay? I would really appreciate it. All right. Oh, brilliant. So Janice, my heart and my crown are out of balance. I thought these were the only two working properly. Oh, okay. So Janice, have you watched anything recently that has upset you? It might not be this is permanent. It might be just something that's happened recently. You know, have you, you know, because we look at the truth of stuff sometimes, and that can throw us out of alignment just at that instant. We may be kind of, you know, wishing and praying that everything is better, you know, in life. You know, we're waiting for the new system to come into place, whatever that system will be, whether it's Nasara Jasara, whether it's you know, the quantum financial system, or whatever it's called. We're kind of waiting for that to come in, and so that could be why the heart and the crown's out, because, you know, you're kind of getting disheartened sometimes with the changes. So has there been something that has disappointed you recently? It's kind of what you need to be looking at. It may not be a permanent thing. I forgot my banner. I did, didn't I, darling? Yeah. Let me put my banner up. I did want to say thank you to all my Patreons as well. I did. I'm good at falling asleep at meditation, says Linda, or often popping right out and wanting something to eat. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I should have put this up, shouldn't I? Silly me. Week 2, and this is what did I say this was? Chakras and crystals. Chakras and crystals. Put that up there, and then I was going to put the banner. I like to put our banner up, being Greg's banner. So it's got yours and mine. Where is it? We've got so many banners going, haven't we? So, darling, are we doing the global predictions tomorrow? So if me and Greg do the global predictions, if he's feeling well, so we're going to play it by ear, but if he's feeling well, this hasn't got your stuff up though in 5D. No, that'll do for now, but I would like yours up. So what truth of stuff can we ask? What would you like us to ask? Okay, everybody, what would you like us to ask? You know, what subjects shall we do? What do you think? Ah, I found the right banner. Is that it? Yes, I found our banner. That's good. Okay, so what do you think? What can we look into? We've looked into lots of different people. Oh, here he is. Oh, my love. My gorgeous husband. I like that one, Deb. I like that one. Are you coming in, love? Oh, come on. gorgeous husband. Whoa. I like that one, Deb. I like that one. You've got you coming in sound on. Oh, I love you.
I love you, baby. I do.
Oops. You've still got the sound.
Oops. Yeah. So we're definitely on for tomorrow night for the global predictions and date night. I'm still not 100%. I'm coughing up phlegm. I still am running a little temperature. I can't taste anything, but I feel good. I feel great. It's just, some of this stuff is just lingering. You can't shake it.
Okay. Well, we play it by ear. And if you really don't feel well enough, or we start it and then you don't feel well, then, people understand.
That's a good one to look to, definitely.
Yeah. You going to write that one down?
I don't have a pen or a piece of paper next to me.
Okay.
It's all on you, baby.
Okay. Let me write it down, because there's another one here. Linda Winger said, has the 2020 election results been overturned by Supreme Court?
I like that. That's good.
Mm-hmm. So election.
Just want to thank everybody for showing up here for Allie's week 2 chakras and crystals. Isn't she amazing? And just giving her time and energy to everyone, and we're just so blessed and lucky to have Allie as part of our N5D family.
Thank you, love. Thanks.
It's true. I say it all the time too. As beautiful as you are on the outside, you're even more beautiful on the inside. Just so loving and kind and giving, and we all benefit from that. So we're all lucky.
I appreciate being welcomed into the N5D family. I love it.
I got to go to my compulsive liars group right now, though. So I'm kidding.
Very good. Very good. So I've got that. See, Linda said, "Hi, Laura, love. Hello. You are both awesome and amazing, and I appreciate both of you," says Linda Winger. What has stalled the White Hat's financial takeover? Okay, so we'll do the finances.
Yeah, send me a list of these afterwards, and I'll make a promo for it and get that up and out, and set up this StreamYard as well.
Okay, Brandon's exit. I mean, let's go, Brandon. Exit.
Right.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Just nothing to do with this. Why is it that we're still seeing Mr. B walking out of White House? If it's not being used, they say he's not in there, why is it we're still seeing him coming in and out?
That video that you sent me, wasn't that of him coming out of the Capitol building and not the White House?
Oh, is that the Capitol building?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he has, I think he has been caught coming out of anyway, it baffles me. I just don't know what to think about that.
Well, I got to watch what I'm saying, because I'm still in Facebook jail for like a month.
I know. Do you think it's wise to do this global?
Yeah, I do. We're just gonna have to tippy toe and see where we go. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be calling you later, and we'll have some key words that we'll say. Instead of saying that, we'll say this. And instead of saying that, we'll say that.
Okay.
And we'll hold the signs up and say this means that. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that. Okay, so we've got a few, haven't we? Let's manifest for him to fly away on his broom. Yeah. Will I win the Powerball jackpot? I was told I was with another psychic. Well, if I say yes and you do, can you send some our way then? You know.
Well, apparently we're both going to win then, because I already had the winning ticket.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. It's like $500 million right now.
I don't see why they don't split it into more winners, so more people have got a chance. What's the point of one person getting that much money?
Right?
Yeah, never
Let's see.
understood that.
Yeah, it's $530 million, and the drawing is tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck, Brandon. Good luck. Good luck.
I got my hair up and hair sticking out over here, and it's just like looking funky.
Me too, love. Look, even the same kind of messed up. I was going to do my hair again when I came on here, and I just thought, no, I can't. I can't.
You look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Wow.
Love you
anyway, let me get off here because I'm taking up all your time.
So. We're just going to do a meditation.
Okay. Sounds good. Love you. Bye, everyone.
Oh, love you. I'll call you later.
Okay, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Oh. Okay, I will definitely come on and do some free readings for you. I promise another time. And when I say I will do something, I will do it. We'll do some free readings. We are thinking of doing kind of like a fundraising thing, so donations-y thing for Greg getting his ticket to come here. So in which case, I'll be doing free readings, and that's it. So you don't have to put any money in. I'll just do the free readings. So yeah, I'll do that. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a meditation now. Okay, let's do a meditation, and this is to help to balance out all of those chakras for us. All right, so light your candle, get yourself all comfortable. I am going to light my candle. Go there. All right. Okay, I'm just going to do this for a little while. So, okay. So take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. Try not to blow your candle out whilst you're doing that. And I want you to do that a few times. So as you're breathing in positivity. And as you're breathing out all of the stress and strain of today. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. Feel your shoulders start to relax. Okay, so just breathe normally now. You can either stare into your candle and then close your eyes, or you can look at something pretty like a crystal, or something nice, a picture. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have your eyes closed to meditate. It's entirely up to you, however you feel comfortable. So once you've closed your eyes, feel your body relax. So your neck is all relaxed now. Your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your spine, your legs, your feet, and your toes. So now your body is relaxed. We're going to do a little protection before we do any more spiritual work here. So visualize yourself in the middle of a crystal ball. Visualize this bubble around you and you safe inside this bubble. Visualize that there are mirrors all around the outside of your bubble, and these are facing outwards. So if ever there's any negativity trying to come to you, it's just being pushed away. If anybody is sending any particular energy your way and they're doing it deliberately, it will be sent back to them. It's all to do with intention. So you're safe inside this bubble. Now think about the happiest moment of your life. And that could be from before, from your childhood. It could be something about your children, if you have children, something that your animal did that made you laugh. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes your heart sing, whatever makes you happy, think about that. This is now flowing out of your heart, this love energy. So visualize all of that love energy being pink and green, and it swirls around inside that globe, inside that crystal ball. You can't get bigger protection than that. Love is always going to be the biggest protection. So what we're going to do is we're going to visualize the base of your spine, around that area, and you're going to fill your mind with the color red. We're going to be thinking about our survival instincts. We're going to be picturing how you want your life to be, how secure you feel. So you've got financial security, you're going to visualize this. You've got security and happiness and bliss in your home. You're doing your best job, maybe your life path job you're doing, and you're loving every moment of it. Create your happiness, create your security, your home security relationship bliss. Don't ask how the universe is going to bring it to you. Just visualize it there. Just going to give you a moment to create that visualization of your happiest security and love energy. So if you want a partner and you haven't got one, then you visualize the type of partner. You visualize it on an everyday basis. You wake up in the morning, you know, they make you breakfast, or you make them breakfast, or you both go out for breakfast. You spend the day together. You know, how does that person make you feel? If you want financial security, visualize how you won't worry about anything that you spend. You can treat other people anytime you want. So I'm just going to go quiet a minute just while you concentrate on this, on the red, visualizing the color red. So now we're going to go up to just below the navel, and you're going to visualize the color orange. You're seeing the color orange in your third eye, you're seeing it. And now we're going to go into the nurturing energy, family love. Think about having that happy and balanced family love that you've always wanted. And if you have that, then be grateful and have immense gratitude for your family. Think about being around children. Maybe your family is a pet. Maybe that's your family. Maybe it's your spiritual family, people that you've connected with spiritually. I want you to think about this for a little while. I'm going to go quiet a moment. Now we're going to turn the orange into the color yellow. So fill that third eye with the color yellow. And now we want to think about being strong and secure within our own self. Accept you for being you. Know who you are. Know you are loved. Love yourself. Think about what it's like to be ultra confident, not in an egotistical way, in a bouncy, happy, confident way. Visualize this as being you. And if you are like this, then stay in that thankful energy and feel blessed, have gratitude for it. I'm going to go quiet again. And now the yellow turns into green and blends into pink, back to green. And they just blend into a circular movement of colour, blending together. So now think about unconditional love. Think about you loving people in your life unconditionally, giving out unconditional love for the people that you see in the street, animals, children, that love nature, feeling completely in that blissful energy of love. And now visualize that love vibrational energy comes back to you, and you feel unconditional love from others, and you're happy to feel it. You're happy to accept it, and you're in that gratitude energy. So visualize that. I'm going to go quiet a moment. So the pink and the green now blends into blue, from blue to pale blue to turquoise, and linking around and swirling around all these different blue colours. It's linking to your throat chakra. Visualize you easily speaking out. Visualize you speaking your truth, expressing yourself. Somebody asking you a question and you giving them an answer in a way that doesn't upset them, that they can accept. So communication is perfect around you. And I want you to hold that energy, this being balanced, happy, secure with your voice. And again, I'll leave you to think about that a moment. Now going up to the third eye. Think about this colour being purple or indigo, or a mixture of the two maybe. Think about this connection with the crown chakra. Think about the pineal gland. And now the third eye. Think about these really starting to activate. So your psychic ability becomes very fluent and natural. Visualize you using this psychic ability on an everyday basis, Visualize being able to do affirmations, to manifest anything that you choose without guilt or hesitation. Visualize all of these things. Your connection with the source. If you want to say that's with God or that's with the higher energies, each person is an individual, and you can all think of whatever you wish to, but know that you are absolutely and 100% in blending energy with them. You are part of that source energy. Feel confident in giving messages to people that may need them. So now we're going to ask for that higher energy, unconditional love. Visualize a beautiful white light now coming down through your crown chakra, down your third eye chakra, and down to the blue throat chakra, down to the pink green heart chakra, down to the yellow solar plexus chakra, down to the orange sacral chakra, down to the red base root chakra, down into Mother Earth. Now I want you to draw up energy from Mother Earth, swirling around that energy like a vortex around you, taking with it anything stressful or negative that may be left behind. Coming up now, when we're going through each of these chakras now, we're asking for these to be balanced. So coming up now to the red. Thank you for balancing this chakra. Let me know what I need to do to keep this balanced. Give me signs. Going up to the orange sacral, and the same again. Please balance this chakra. This chakra is now balanced. Please let me know if there's anything that I need to be aware of. Coming up now to the yellow solar plexus. Please, can you balance this chakra? Thank you, this chakra is now balanced. Please, can you show me if there is anything that I need to do to keep this balanced? Up now to the heart chakra, which is pink and green. Please, can you balance this chakra? Thank you, this chakra is now balanced. Is there anything that I need to do or need to be aware of in order to keep my heart chakra balanced? Please show me. Up now to the throat, we have blue. Please, can you keep this chakra balanced? Thank you for keeping this chakra balanced. Please keep me informed of anything that I need to do in order to keep this balanced. Up to the third eye, purple or indigo. Please, can you balance this chakra? Thank you for balancing this chakra. Let me know if there's anything that I need to know in order to keep this balanced. Going up now to the crown. And the third eye. And the pineal gland. These three connected together. Thank you for balancing these chakras. Thank you for keeping these linked together. These chakras are balanced, linked, and you are free to be the best spiritual, I want to say conduit that you can be for the betterment of everybody as well as yourself. And now thank your higher self, thank your spirit guides, and then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and come back. So in this, we will now, as you go through kind of the next few days, please watch out for signs. Watch out for signs in the universe that is showing you maybe trigger points that you might need to work on. And that could be anything to do with your past. It could be something that you might need to address. Now, I'm not one of these people that say that you have to go and dig around and poke around to something that, you know, you've been trying to get past. But if there's something that keeps triggering you and affecting you, then maybe it is something you need to deal with. You can do it quite simply. You can write whoever has been affecting you. You can write them a letter and you can then burn that. Don't even need to send it, but once it's out, it's out. You can go to the sea, or you can go to a river, and you can pick up a pebble and you can hold the pebble in your hands, or take a crystal, and then with that crystal you can explain what it is that you want, and you want to release the energies from the past because it's hurting you, because it's affecting your life, and ask your higher self, your spirit guides, and then let that crystal go, like you're letting the issue go, and put that in the water, or bury it in a plant, or, you know, sometimes I've even, if it's something that is really awful, then sometimes write it down on a piece of toilet roll and put it down the toilet. I know that, you know, if laughter is the key and the lightheartedness is the key, sometimes to getting rid of it is to belittle the problem or belittle the situation, only because then, especially if it's to do with a person who may have affected you in the past. Say if that person has been hateful to you or bad to you, and that person, you know, it's still got some hold over you. And if they have got hold over you, then writing it on a piece of tissue paper or a piece of tissue, and then flushing that down the toilet, what is that saying to that person who may be still powerful enough to upset you? It's like you're saying, you're nothing to me. You're nothing to me. If you've got somebody in your life who is there and is affecting you, then you can write their name on a little piece of paper, tiniest bit of paper, screw it up into a tiny little ball and put it at the back of your freezer. You put it in the back of your freezer and forget about it, and they are frozen out of your life, and it doesn't affect them. It's not causing them any problems. It just means that you won't be bumping into them. They'll forget about you. You'll forget about them. Okay. I used to do this in my shop. And when I was leaving my fridge was I had a little box freezer and a little fridge. And there was lots of these little bits of paper in there from people that I've done readings for. And we've empowered it and we've put these in there. Of course, it was defrosting, and I had to rush down there at 3 o'clock in the morning to catch these little balls of paper quickly to put them back in my freezer at home, because all that would undo, well, that's what I thought, all that would undo all the work that we'd done in freezing these people out. So I was mortified that I'd forgotten. So little things like that. And sometimes it seems as if, well, that's too easy. Doesn't have to be. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you've got. If you think something, then it is something. And so that's to do with power. When someone has power over you, if you think they have power over you, then they do. If they don't, and you think they don't, then they don't. And I know that sounds simplistic, but try it. Yep, try it. Okay, so that's the end of this lesson, this class. I just want to know some of the other classes that I'm going to be doing, okay, on these little free tutorials. So let me get this up here. Okay, so week 1 we did protection and meeting your spirit guide. Week 2 is chakras, balancing and pendulums. Week 3, which is the next one we're going to be doing, is going to be auras, seeing, feeling and reading each other's auras. Excuse me. Week 4 is tarot reading. So I'm going to do a little tutorial on tarot. Week 5 is clairvoyance. We're going to be doing some little methods of bringing your clairvoyance up, you know, advancing in your clairvoyant energies. Week 6 will be mediumship, doing some mediumship readings, maybe photo readings. Week 7 is tea leaf readings. So I'm going to keep reminding people to grab some loose tea leaves, okay, if you want to join in at home. I'm going to be teaching you how to do crystal ball readings as well there. Week 8 is a structure of readings. If you wanted to become a professional psychic, how would you go about it? Giving you some tips and some ideas on how to structure your, you know, the actual readings that you're doing. Week 9 is going to be psychometry, okay, jewellery, water readings. Week 10 is going to be channeling and automatic writing, and there will be more classes coming after that as well. So it will be just something that is ongoing. So if you do fancy being reminded about these things, then you know, subscribe and share them for maybe other people that you feel may want to do their own psychic development. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. And I've had a lovely time with you guys. And yeah, have a brilliant week. Look out for those little signs. Become more aware of your spirit guides. They are trying to show you things. It might seem something obscure and how could that possibly be, but they communicate with you with with symbols and, feathers, with insects, birds, wildlife. If they cross your path, there's usually a reason why they're doing it. Is that somebody trying to communicate with you from spirit world? Feel touches in your hair and there's nothing there, touches on your face, certain smells that might be linked to that past loved one, a taste that comes into your mouth that you think, God, that reminds me of my nan's cooking, or that reminds me of when I went to the fairground once and I ate candy floss with this person in the spirit world, or so open up all your senses and start to become more aware that life isn't just black and white. There's grey areas, and those grey areas are linking to your psychic ability. Remember, you've opened up your pineal gland, your third eye, and your crown chakra. You've linked them up, okay, and they should be very much more open to your new spiritual awareness. So if you're already quite psychic, then that has boosted them up even more. Okay, you don't need to open and close anymore, because people now are just, they walk about psychic. They can't just switch on psychic off and on. But you do have to think about your protection. So think about the crystal ball. You inside the crystal ball or inside the bubble. Think of your happiest moments of your life, and that is your protection. That is, it can't, love is your protection. Simple as that. And if anybody's being nasty to you, negative to you, then visualize mirrors all the way around the outside, a bit like a glitter ball. Those 1970s, 70s, 80s glitter balls. Visualize yourself in the middle of that. And if anyone is going to be nasty, then they're just going to get it back threefold. You're not sending it. They're sending it to themselves. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so anyway, lots of love, and take care. And I'll be doing some reviews on other tarot cards and things like that as well. Okay, and thank you to all my Patreons, which I do want to read out. Where is my oh no, I can't find them all now. I had they're all written down in my diary, and now I don't know where my diary is. So here, I wanted to say thank you to my Patreons. Okay, so if you don't know what Patreon is, because I didn't know, it's like a membership that you can join, and there's different tiers who receive different things. So $33.33. With that, you get, and that's the highest one. You get what do you get? You get a free reading. So I send you a voice recorded reading. You get a mystery gift sent to you every month. So that's reading once a month, mystery gift once a month. You get crystals, workshops, where I do workshops. You can look in and watch any of the workshops I've done. And you also have a monthly meeting. Okay, and we all read for each other. Pull different cards for each other. Last time it was 6.5 hours though, so I don't think we'll be managing to do that again. That was quite extreme. But yeah, it was lovely. It was hanging out with a group of friends. So just wanted to say thank you to these people. So Devon, thank you. Doreen, Phil, Shannon, Gracie, Deb, Elaine, Julie and Julie S, Julie E and Julie S, Linda, Marejo, Stephanie, Sherry, Vaughn, Anita is new, she's new, Julie, Lisa, Lise, Renee, Sharon, Susan and Vera. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means that I can do these tutorials. I can do them because it's a way of me being able to, you know, still have a bit of money and do free stuff. So yeah, thank you to you guys. I'm going now, definitely. Okay, thanks a lot, and bye. Take care.